Behind me is a grocery store because today I'm going to be showing you guys how much do groceries cost here in Nairobi, Kenya. Shalom, my name is No Lemon Eddie. I'm a 25-year-old American who has been traveling the world full-time for the last 4 years straight. And I've documented every moment of my journey right here on this YouTube channel. If that's interesting to you, drop a like on today's video. Let's get into it. So right now we're inside the grocery store. I've actually been to 3 different grocery stores in Kenya. This one here is a Quick Mart. I've been to Naivas and I've also been to Carrefour. Quick Mart is actually my favorite. This one I tend to come to the most often because of the feel on the inside. Let's kind of look at the drinks as well. One of the things is I know a lot of us when we come, we like to know what kind of juices they have. And so I'll show you guys what they have on that. Of course, we're all gonna recognize Del Monte. So they do have the Del Monte brand. This one here is very common pretty much in every country. This is in Egypt, this is in South Africa, this is in Uganda. So Ceres, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's a popular brand as well. They have this right here, looks like a more holistic brand called the Berry Company. 1 liter for around 600 Kenyan shillings. That's cranberry juice. Some more cranberry. This right here is a mixed berry, so super berries red. That's also 600 ml or 600 Kenyan shillings. These are like high end. These are going to be more typical. So this Ceres right here, cranberry and kiwi, we're looking at, I don't see the exact sign here. It is 450 for 1 liter. They got Ocean Spray, OG cranberry juice. That is $6.75. Of course, it's going to be probably way more expensive than the other drinks just because we know for sure this is an imported brand. So when it comes to Del Monte, you got the Del Monte pineapple and mango pineapple for $2.99 Kenyan shillings. So this is like what I would say is typical around that $2.99 price point. They have tomato juice from Del Monte also for $2.99. Orange juice $3.30. So really the flavor of the juice does affect the price here. All right, let me show you guys some more stuffs. So when you come down here, you have the more like bottle drinks versus the box of drinks. So this Minute Maid apple fruit drink, we're looking at those right there are like 100% orange, 100% juice. These right here maybe something a little different, but $1.50 for 1 liter of the Minute Maid apple juice. So this is probably the most important section of the whole store, right? So the brand I tend to get is Mount Kenya. So they have really big ones like a house jug. You got 5 liters right here. You have 2 liters right here. And then they also have the personal ones, which is the one I would typically get. It's a little 1 liter. So the 1 liter, if you just wanted to come and grab a quick bottle, that's going to run you 48 Kenyan shillings. 48 Kenyan shillings. That's the brand I'm typically drinking right now while I'm here. They also have the Sani, which you're probably used to in the States. Of course, the bottles are bigger. So we're used to getting like 16-ounce bottles, I would say in the States, that's standard. Here, about 1 liter is standard. So you're looking at 60 Kenyan shillings for 1 liter of the Sani. Interestingly enough, the ones in Egypt are a lot taller, but these are just like wider, if that makes sense. I'll try to even overlay a video of what the 1 liters look like in Egypt. They're just really tall. These ones are just a wider bottle. Coconut water, I don't even know they had coconut water. I kind of want some. All right, $5.35 for 1 liter of coconut water. That there is pretty much the drinks. Let me show you guys the sodas really fast. They're running the same campaign that they run in the States with the little names on the bottles. So I guess they changed the names for every country. That's kind of crazy. But the small ones are 50 Kenyan shillings. So that's actually less than $1. I know that off the top of my head. The typical like 16-ounce looking ones are 65 Kenyan shillings, also less than $1. Then you have the big ones, the ones that you buy for the household. Those are 190 Kenyan shillings right there. And these are the Coca-Cola Zeros actually. Here is the aisle where it has like the sauces and the seasonings. Now what I'm personally loving about Kenya is the selection, the massive selection. Like this whole thing right here is just sauces. Multiple varieties of ketchup, multiple varieties of barbecue sauce. I love when they have variety. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say so far from what I've noticed inside the grocery stores in Kenya is you're gonna have a large variety in pretty much every store you go to. You are going to have brands that we recognize, right? The Del Montes right in front of me. You have things like Heinz. Of course, you guys recognize Heinz, right? Even this one, Hellman's, most people know Hellman's as well. You're gonna have brands you recognize, plus local brands as well, which is beautiful. And then the prices of things are interesting because some things are way more expensive than you would think, and some things are way cheaper than you would think. So we got this right here, a bottle of Heinz ketchup. This is 460 grams. You're looking at 499 shillings. Okay, so 499. But this right here is letting us know that on the ones that are 570 grams, you can get that for 299. So let me see if I can find a 470 gram one for you. Let me see how many grams this is. Oh, this is 570 grams, so it must be this one. Has to be this one. Yes. Okay, so this ketchup right here, this size, you can get this for 299 shillings. Okay, so that's the best deal here. So it wouldn't even make sense to buy this one. You better off buying this for 299. Zesta hot and sweet sauce, interesting. Zesta tomato sauce, so this is their ketchup, I believe. Or I wonder if they use this for like pastas. Tomato, sugar, edible starch, stabilizer. It just says tomato sauce. If you're Kenyan, let me know. Is this like for fries and this for like, you know, things you want to, chicken, cuckoo, or do you use this for pasta? But either way, that tomato sauce is 79 shillings and they get 400 grams. But I am prone to believe this is for pastas and stuff because this same brand, Peptine, says tomato sauce on this container, right? But then that same brand says this is ketchup and the ketchup looks thicker. So I guess if you wanted to make pasta, you would use this. All the seasonings. I'm gonna say this is a very, very solid aisle of seasonings. Very, very solid aisle of seasonings, right? I feel like there's nothing that's really missing. One thing I was looking for was chili powder, but when they say chili, they're almost always referring to chili flakes. Whereas when I say chili, I'm talking about that red seasoning that you make in an actual, like, if you wanted to make chili cheese fries. Ah, is this what I'm looking for? Oh no, see, I found it. Yeah, I think this is what I've been looking for. So I'm gonna take a picture and ask my sister if that's the actual chili powder. If it is, I might grab it because I wanted to make some chili when I was in Uganda, but I couldn't actually find the seasoning I cared for. So I actually have a dog, so this would be interesting for me to see what they're charging for prices. So my dog is allergic to chicken, so I wouldn't get him chicken if possible. Okay, so let's say this right here, a 2.5 kg bag of dog food. That would be around like 4 pounds for this right here, another half a pound. So this would be about a 5 pound bag of dog food. We're looking at 16.95 Kenyan shillings. That is Bonnie. They consider themselves to be a super premium dog food. Are they really? You guys let me know. You got beef and rice. This is a 3 kg bag, so this is like 6 pounds and change. We're looking at 3,100 Kenyan shillings. It's called Reflex. It's a brand there. Kenyans, let me know. Good dog food, bad dog food. But see, this is what I'm saying around Kenya. They have a large selection of just about everything. Multiple varieties for you to choose from. They got treats. They even have little lamb slices for my boy. Duck slices for my boy loves duck, actually. Oh, Milliger. So this is a brand. So when I lived in Egypt, my dog would eat this brand, and so did my cat. They both ate that brand there. If you want to see my dog and the cat, boom, pop them up on screen right now for you guys. A can of dog food is looking at 269 Kenyan shillings. Cat litter for the cat people. The bags are not too big, so you might honestly have to buy multiple bags to really fill your container up. But it looks like a fancy brand a bit. Dream Cat. You're looking at 2,200 Kenyan shillings for 10 liters. That's the interesting way to measure that. You actually have car supplies. So this is like air fresheners. The little rags to dry your clothes, to dry your car with. Sponges to wash the car with. Little tire formula. So this store is selling everything, even jumper cables. Tools, measuring tapes, screwdrivers. This is incredible, actually. They have pretty much everything you could need in this store. The aisles don't really seem very high in this store, whereas I feel like in some countries the aisles are super, super high, but they're not in this one. They also have books. And they have a whole little book section here, study section, kids' toys. This is a dope. Connect 4. So it's like Connect 4 basketball, kind of. That's kind of cool. Monopoly, I know we're used to that. Hungry Hippos. I used to love this game as a child, but it seems so tiny now. Maybe this is a smaller version, who knows? You even have Lego toys. So like Kenya has the brands, Fisher Price, Nerf. If you guys have children, let me show you guys what you'll be spending maybe on diapers. So these are $8.99 Kenyan shillings for a size, from size 30 to 38. Oh, 34 diapers, I believe that's it right here. So you get 34 Huggies for 899 Kenyan shillings. I think that's a fair price. I'm not really sure what the market is on diapers. When I was in the States, I never really was a diaper shopper, so I don't know. Then they have a gigantic bundle, so 62 diapers, and that's going to be 2,099 Kenyan shillings. And this is a Huggy brand. Let's maybe look for a more local brand. Yeah, this is probably a more local brand right here. Look, beautiful black woman, you know what I'm saying, on the screen. See, this is the cool thing. Look, like black babies, black mom, black babies. So this is what I like about being on a continent, is this is the standard, like your people. We're looking at 68 pieces for 1,199 Kenyan shillings, and I guess it's a size small, right? Size small, but that's not a bad price, I don't think. Here goes another brand. They're giving you 60 pieces for 1,549, called Nip Nap. I kind of like this name. But that's what I'm saying is, like, from the countries that I've gone to, Kenya seems like what they will call a soft landing, meaning you're gonna come here, you're going to get, like I just showed you guys here, the black people on the thing, you're gonna get that African feel without missing too much of the comforts from the West, right? I would give this a slight edge over South Africa as far as the African feeling, but South Africa gets the edge as far as like the Western comforts. South Africa is supremely developed, whereas there's some things I'm noticing and some areas I'm noticing inside of Kenya that are nowhere near as developed as South Africa. So I would say, like, for me, I'm debating between making a home base in Nairobi versus making a home base in Johannesburg. And I'm still up in the air as far as what I would decide to do. However, I do like Nairobi a lot. You got the other things that you need for your baby. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like getting baby oil is a wild thing to do. You get nervous at checkout at this point. But bottles, if you want to buy your child a bottle, you're looking at anywhere from 280 Kenyan shillings up to, for like the sippy cups for toddlers, 575 Kenyan shillings for this gigantic one here. I have a lot of female viewers to my channel, so I can't leave you guys out now, okay? Ever since I've been putting women on my channel, I'm getting a lot more women viewers. But here we go, boom. These, you're looking at 26 of them for 485. You got Kotex brands. This I believe is a local brand. Moped. You're looking at 99 Kenyan shillings for 6 pads. You know, not the expert in this area, but just want to show y'all what they have. Always, you know, that brand's from the States. Okay, so boom, that's what y'all got. All right, you're looking at, on the low end, 78. On the high end, 485. But this is a bigger bundle. Here we are now on the candy aisle. I'm just kind of walking you guys through. So I'll point out some things that I find interesting. So of course they have a Snickers bar, a typical size Snicker, regular size Snicker. You're going to look at 185 Kenyan shillings for a single Snicker bar. Lunch bars. You guys remember these? You guys know these lunch bars? You are looking at price is not displayed. I can't tell you guys. This is a local brand, like I mentioned earlier, Dairyland. You know what I mean? If you dating an African woman and she wants chocolate, get her a Dairyland and she will be happy. They also love Cadbury's too. Cadbury's are nice. But a Dairyland chocolate bar like the one I just showed you, looking at 120 Kenyan shillings for this one right here. It's smaller than I would say a typical chocolate bar is, but it is kind of more wide. Cadbury's are $2.58, they're saying? Yeah, $2.58 for the Cadbury's. These are more of, I would say, a standard Hershey size. You know, Hershey's are going to be wider, but these are just basically thicker. So they have one with fruits and nuts, one with biscuits, aka cookies inside, the regular milk chocolate, you feel me? White chocolate as well, all kind of varieties. So you're not gonna go missing Kit Kat. I know you guys are used to those. M&M's, both the peanut variety and the regular variety. However, the bags are a bit small, but you're looking at $2.25 for M&M's, peanuts, and what else would you guys recognize? Bounty bars. Does anybody eat Bounty bars for real? All right, cool. So you can get a 6-pack of Oreos. As you can see right here, same original brand for 75 Kenyan shillings, but they're actually on sale for 69. Then you can get a regular roll, which is 14 cookies. So you can get this one right here, 14 Oreo cookies for 175 Kenyan shillings. What I like to do with my Oreos is actually put them in a freezer. I don't know why. Put them in a freezer to make them nice and cold and eat them either plain or with some milk. That was my Oreo eating technique. What is your guys' preferred way to eat Oreos? Do you guys split the cookie open and then like eat it, or what do you guys do? So they even have books inside this store. I definitely recognize this one, Diary of a CEO. You got Nelson Mandela right here, Trevor Noah, boom, the South African guy. Then you have bread. You have freshly baked bread that they're selling and that they're making in store. You go to the loaves. A loaf of bread is 95 shillings. More freshly made bread. It's like oatmeal, like the healthy multi-grain pumpkin seeds, 139. That's actually a really fair price for that, and it's big, so you guys can see the size. We got mangoes, oranges, apples. The apples right here, they're pink ladies, and they are $5.29 per kg. This slice of watermelon is $1.66. Okay, here goes the avocados. So they have like the imported ones, which are these ones right here, and then they also have the local ones that I'm used to seeing in like Tanzania or Uganda. Those are on the street though. And here we got some onions, red onions, $1.39 per kg. So that's like 2 pounds of onions for that price. These tomatoes are $99 per kg. So let me get 2 pounds of tomatoes for 99 shillings. That's a very good price in my opinion. And this whole thing is cool. It's like a tuk-tuk in the front. And this is like the pickup bed of it. It's made out of the baskets. That's why I like this store. Like the designing of it is cool. What all these are, this might be something called kunde. It might be kunde, which is like the leaves of the black eyed peas. This right here, of course, I know these are collard greens. They call them sukima wiki down this side. Some different variations of that. Different variations.